It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective, and welcome up for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well. It's been a minute, and yeah, wasn't intentional. I just had to take a little bit of break to take care of some personal stuff, but we're all good, and hopefully we'll get a producer on board as soon as possible. We're working on that so that we can make the workload a little easier on me. But despite we're here to find out our next opponent in the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, interesting, and it's gonna be one of familiar faces, either PSG, who I know they are. Look, I think probably the belief is that they really do want to play us. The manager also, we've heard, maybe just rumors, really do want to play us to get a chance to revenge that win, that 3-0 trashing in the United States. Let's see if that happens. But if you're in the chat already, let's hear your preference. Which of the two teams would you rather Chelsea be meeting in the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League? And have one person here in Akin Pelu Peters 5 up the Chelsea indeed. Yep, not easy. We've come a long way. The way you can argue we made it to the round of 16 in style, because a lot of people, Jamie Carragher to be more specific, said, yeah, we weren't going to make it out of that particular, we weren't going to make it out of the group stage. When is the draw starting? The show, the program have started already, but they're still showing highlights of the group stages. Yeah, league stage maybe. I think that'd be the more accurate language to use. Showing Barcelona's highlights. Yeah, the yay with okay, Rakitic right there, or just more like revisiting old previous highlights from a previous edition of the competition. Okay, no wonder. Rakitic there for the draw. It looks like it's about to kick off. But if you're in the chat, let me know, because I know we'd see that happen soon. I can thank you for that. I appreciate you saying that. Where are you? Are you on YouTube? Because I'm not seeing that come into my YouTube window, but on the main on the uh, stream app. I'm not sure why that is the case. But yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have a total of 145 people following the show, but only 18 of those on YouTube. So if you're following the show on YouTube, I know we haven't streamed in a while. Kindly do us a favor, take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're following the show on X or maybe Facebook, drop a like on the video. Also follow our X account and help us reach 7,000 followers. And on Facebook, help us reach, I think, is it 5,000 followers? Oh, yeah, we're 4,000 plus right now. Would really appreciate that. So let me add the volume here. Give me 1 second. It's a racket. All right, more likes, people. More likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. They are discussing Ivan Rakitic's involvement. Um, okay, they're playing a video on how the draw will work. Okay, I see Akin is following the show on yeah, X, and Kambrabai Kamara following the show on Facebook. Thank you for joining us, Kambrabai. And if you're following the show on X on Facebook and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Whether on Facebook or X, just check our bio. You'd see the link to our YouTube channel. We really would like to have you there also because we don't stream every day on Facebook and on X. We really appreciate that. Kambrabai Kamara, thank you for joining. But I'm trying to listen to how the process works. I want to ask you this question. August, okay. Yeah, August, okay. I'm guessing 10 says we have already beaten PSG, but I would prefer if we if we get Newcastle United. Here's the thing. I'd rather we play PSG. Because yeah, they'd be so eager to beat us, probably they'd be vulnerable to mistakes. You could I mean, I think it'd be accurate to say they'd be under pressure to get a revenge over us. It'd be a huge it'd be an added pressure, which could lead to them making silly mistakes on the day. So Newcastle, for me, I think they'd be more difficult to play against. So I'd rather PSG, but that's my opinion anyway. But thank you for joining August. Okay, 10. Thank you for joining. If this is your first time here, feel at home, express yourself. All we ask you is to keep it civil. Here, your opinion matters. Evan Rakitic, a player I love so much, wanted us to sign him, but I don't remember us being interested in signing him. Maybe we were at a certain point, and maybe I've forgotten. All right, the first. I'm glad they're on it immediately because I don't think I'd have the time if it goes beyond an hour plus. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for me. Manchester City, first pick. Whoo! Thibaut Courtois nailed it. You can say scripted, scripted. Thibaut Courtois said, "Yeah, we already know. Everybody already knows it's going to be Manchester City." And lo and behold, ooh, Chelsea versus Paris Saint-Germain. Wow. Yep, Newcastle United versus FC Barcelona. Boda, Giant Killers versus Sporting CP. Yep. I think this thing is scripted. I'm not sure what you can, nobody can convince me to see it differently. I think it's scripted, because, yeah, when the big teams play, they make a lot of money. And let me ask, is the audio late? Why am I able to see already the screen change? Maybe the video, you could say, isn't properly synced. The video is not isn't properly synced with the display on the UEFA display on the screen. Yeah, before you mentioned Chelsea, I was able to see, yeah, it was going to be Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea, Liverpool, Galatasaray. Wow, Tottenham, Atleti. Um, Dang it. This is totally scripted. I don't know. I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise. And kudos to Thibaut Courtois, who said after during their post game show after they beat Benfica, yeah, everybody already knows it's going to be everybody already knows it's going to be Manchester City. Yeah, and that's exactly, this is totally scripted in my opinion. Bayern Atalanta, easy peasy for Bayern, in my opinion. Easy peasy for Liverpool, easy peasy for Bayern. Tottenham Atleti, somewhat, not too sure. Holy crap. Arsenal, Leverkusen, easy peasy for Arsenal right there, in my opinion. Yeah, the video is late. No need. It's not synced with the display on the website. So if it was really live, then the question would be, why am I able to see the pairing, the draws before they even yeah, before hearing the audio and seeing the video on the screen, but probably it wasn't really live. So but the truth remains that I don't think anybody can convince me to see it differently. I think this is totally scripted. I think this is totally scripted, in my opinion. Let's see. He says, we have we're tired of beating Man City. We need. Okay, Cumbra by Kamara. A good one there. And listen, not a bad draw. He can. I think who was it? I think it was. Who was that? Let me look at that particular comment that talked about us beating, that we've beaten the PSG already. That, yeah, that he'd rather we play Newcastle United. I think PSG, for me, they'd be under a lot of pressure because, yeah, they would want a revenge, and for me um that would be for me that becomes an added pressure to beat Chelsea, which makes it even more make it an even more difficult task for them than for us. I just don't want us. I think because given the size of the occasion, I don't see Chelsea players going into the game with the mindset, yeah, we beat them before, that we're going to beat them again. No, I don't. I don't think so. I think the size of the occasion changes everything. I think I wouldn't have liked us to be paired. To be drawn against Newcastle United, it would have been a much more difficult fixture than Paris Saint Germain. So I'm happy with it. And for multitude of reasons, I've explained how the fact they would want a revenge on us becomes an added pressure, and the size of the occasion. I think our players probably will see them as a much better opponent than Newcastle United, which means we'd play better on the day, and hopefully um, we can beat them. I think we can. We have a manager who's beaten them before. Liam Rosenior, I don't know how many wins he has against Luis Enrique. I think he surprised them on two occasions. One of them, Paris Saint-Germain did come back from 2 goals down or so. I can't quite remember where's Tabejo when you need them. But let me check. Let me check Rosenior's record versus Luis Enrique. Let me check quickly and get back to you. So not I knew it was going to be Paris Saint-Germain. Totally scripted. I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise. Give me 1 second here. Liam Rosenior's record versus Luis Enrique. Let me use. I think Gemini would be better off. Get a quick answer with it. Liam Rosenior's record versus Luis Enrique. Let me know. I want to hear your opinion. Do you think that the draw is scripted? I'd say yes, totally scripted. I don't, and I, nobody can, I'm going to keep saying it. Nobody can convince me otherwise. And Arsenal, wow. Leverkusen, for me, I'd say easy peasy for them. I'd be shocked if they don't get through to the quarterfinals. Atleti versus Tottenham, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Liverpool, I think, probably they're definitely going to beat Galatasaray. Okay, let me see. As of early 2026, Liam Rosenior holds a surprisingly strong record against Luis Enrique, remaining unbeaten in their three competitive. Wow. In the three competitive managerial meetings, the two began facing off regularly during Rosenior's tenure at Strasbourg in the 2024-25 League One season, and their rivalry has continued following Rosenior's move to Chelsea. Head to head, let me open that on a bigger screen. I think it will do me a world of good if I do, and not try to read it on a smaller screen. There, give me a second. My Gemini here. So Rosenior does have a very good record against them, and I think they're gonna be they will be playing with a lot of pressure. The fact that we beat them 3-0 in the Club World Cup final, and Rosenior, according to these, no losses. Yeah, 3-3 draw. I think I watched that one, the 3-3 draw one, where they could have beaten them actually. So look at it. So it says the two began facing off regularly during Rosenior's tenure at Strasbourg in the 24-25 season, League One season, and their rivalry, has continued following Rosenior's move to Chelsea. Head to head, October 19, 2024. PSG, okay, one loss. PSG 4, Strasbourg 2. PSG win, okay. May 4th, 2025, Strasbourg versus PSG. Where's the result? Okay, a Strasbourg win. They didn't mention the outcome. And then a 3-3 draw in October 18, 2025. And then Chelsea win. So 3-0 Club World Cup final. So for Rosenior, it is 1 win, 1 loss. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. So pretty much even. Wow. Okay, let's see how those games panned out here. Let me see if it has an explanation with regards to how those games panned out. Let me see. Here it says the cracked code, October 2025, in their most recent League One meeting, Rosenior's Strasbourg held Luis Enrique's PSG to a dramatic 3-3 draw at the Parc the Princes. Is that how you pronounce this? Luis Enrique later admitted he was impressed with Liam Rosenior's work, noting that Strasbourg played with a tactical maturity and made them one of the best sides in the league. He coached a real side there, and you could say The other Englishman, who's the current Strasbourg coach, he's reaping the rewards of the world of the work that Rosenior did at Strasbourg. League One upset, May 2025. Rosenior secured a notable victory over Luis Enrique in the second half of the 2024-2025 season, handing PSG one of their few domestic defeats and leading Enrique to remark that Strasbourg reminded him of PSG in their style of play. Okay, Club World Cup dominance. Yep, Club World Cup stadium mopping. I think you should phrase it like that. After Rosenior took the Chelsea job, his side humiliated. Okay, there you go. That's why sometimes you pay attention. You pay attention to what AI tells you. But thank goodness it's something that I already know. It was Enzo Maresca was our manager at the Club World Cup final. So managerial respect, despite the competitive friction, Luis Enrique has been vocal about his respect for Rosenior's progressive tactical approach, specifically his ability to implement high possession, intense pressing system, even with a young squad. Okay, that's all I need from you. But yeah, mouth watering uh, pairing there. Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea FC. That's a very, very, very good game. Real Madrid, Manchester City. Again, respect to Thibaut Courtois. He said it. We already know it's going to be Manchester City. And Newcastle United versus Barcelona. Newcastle, they're probably going to knock out Barcelona, given they have play with a more direct approach. And for me, I'm going to say something I've said 1,000 times to people. Hansi Flick doesn't know how to play differently. He just doesn't. And as long as they still play with that, they're highlighting everything. Eddie Howe is smart enough to exploit that. Except if they change their approach, they may be. But I think Newcastle will knock them out. Man City versus Real Madrid is difficult to say, but both teams they've had, you can say, they're having they're having a shaky season. I mean, it'd be accurate to say Man City, but Man City picked up form. They've started winning games, but let's see how that pans out. Uh, wow. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way, and let's see what people in the chat says. He says, "Do you guys think you will get through PSG?" I think we can, for reasons I've explained. Young Gunner, thank you for joining. An Arsenal fan, a friend of the community. I appreciate you finding time to join. And here's why I think we will get through past them. Rosenior has a good record against them. Plus, I think because they still have a very young squad. I get it. They have some very experienced players there, but the mindset again of revenge can be very dangerous. It can lead to you not focus on what you need to do and do it properly to get a win. I think for me, it's the fact that we beat them in the Club World Cup final by 3-0, and the fact, yeah, they'd be looking forward to playing us, and Benton getting one over us. For me, that's an added pressure, and and I'm happy that we're playing them and not Newcastle United. I think Newcastle would have been would have posed them. Would have been a much difficult opponent. I think they'd be a much difficult opponent than Paris Saint-Germain. And so for me, I think we can. The question now, you can say, on the pitch, that's the question for the manager and the players to answer, but I think we can. Honestly, I think we can. But let's see. He says Arsenal with easiest of runs. I believe that's exactly what you want to say. I hope they lose to Bordeaux. Arsenal are playing against Leverkusen. Bordeaux playing against Sporting Lisbon. Am I looking at a different club there? A different pairing there? No. He says we seem to play well against we seem to play well against better teams. You can say the big boys, and hopefully Rosenior doesn't overthink things on the day. Let's see. Reason why, mate. Because we finished first in the league phase. Hence, why we get an easy. I know. I do know that. So yeah, it happens. Um, uh, don't deserve it though. Cannot wait. Okay. I think that they're definitely gonna beat Leverkusen. Arsenal will they will smash them, in my opinion. All right, let's see what else do we have here. And my bro Vic is in the house. So Arsenal found themselves on the easier side of the bracket. Yeah. I mean, they put in the work during the league phase and they did really, really well. So yeah, deservedly they get an you can say an easy fixture, but yeah, I get it. The game is played over 90 minutes plus added time. There's no telling what would be the outcome, but yeah, just on paper, an easy win for them, an easy path to the quarterfinals. The question now is, let's see how whether they can do it, because yeah, it's football. But then again, I don't want City to win the Premier League. I'd rather City than Arsenal. I'd rather Man City than Arsenal, in my opinion. Should have finished higher in the league phase, would have gotten easier opposition. Well, we fluffed it. Games like the game against Caravan, the game against Atalanta, we led actually. We opened the scoring and ended up losing that game. And Atalanta did what they had to do. And shockingly, one of the post-game interview, an Atalanta player said the game plan was for them was to take it easy. They knew we will eventually slow down in the second half and they can win it. No, I don't. I don't. But here's the thing: if I really want to do it, there's a way. I go by numbers. I don't let you can say superstition drive my predictions. Whenever I want to predict the outcome of games, I use numbers, and usually I'm correct. So I'm just you can say off the bat giving you my opinion on what I believe would be the outcome of these games. I think, and I'm going to say this again. I think off the bat, I think Newcastle United will knock out Barcelona. Just remember, I said that there are games that I'm not able. I can't tell you what will happen. The game between. Give me 1 second here. So for the Newcastle, for the Atleti Tottenham game, it's difficult to say, but Arsenal Leverkusen, I'd be shocked if Arsenal if they don't make it through. It for me an easy path to the quarterfinals. Real Madrid, Manchester City, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Both teams, they've they've had shaky seasons so far. Man City picked up form of late. I think you got. I haven't checked. Real Madrid. Real Madrid, you could say they picked up form too. Uh, for me, I'd say I expect Liverpool to go through, but I need to check the numbers. But Bordeaux versus Sporting CP, I'm not going to even try to predict anything. They've proven to be giant killers. They've also proven that their wins in the competition won luck, deserved wins, and see the sort of win they got in their last game. Really, yeah. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go along. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the competition, to join the conversation this particular morning. We haven't streamed for like how many days, and as I've told you guys, I had to just take a little bit of a break to take care of some personal stuff, and we're walking and bringing hiring. I think it'd be accurate. It'd be accurate to say that hiring we're working on hiring a producer to reduce the workload on me, to make it a lot easier for us to schedule and host stream consistently. I hope you guys battle it so hard in the UEFA Champions League. When you say you guys, do you mean Chelsea fans? I think you're a Chelsea fan. You're a Chelsea fan. I remember reading what your first comment there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. I think you will beat PSG with ease. I wouldn't say with ease. I still think it's going to be difficult. Yeah, let's see what else do we have here. Sanchez is about to drop a hat trick of goals. Wow, some comment right there. You lot are happy with the scum possibly getting relegated. Okay. And then you're having a conversation with someone there. He says it's not looking crystal clear to make the UEFA Champions League final. I think it's difficult to say who makes it to the final now. I'd have to take my time to look at it, assess the path to quarterfinals for each of the teams there, and then maybe come to a sensible conclusion. I am looking forward to PSG versus Chelsea because Chelsea will beat them again. It's possible, but I can't say for certain whether that will be the case because, yeah, football is played over 90 minutes plus added time. It's not played on paper. Once the man in the middle blows the kickoff whistle, everything becomes fluid. It's really that simple. It says Newcastle brought a good game to Barca earlier in the season. I think they will beat them, except if Barca changed their approach. PSG lost a 3-0, but now it's possible. I mean, you don't go by you could say by a previous result. Previous result doesn't predict the outcome of a future result, or maybe yeah, I think that's accurate. Actually, it doesn't work like that. Let's see. We will smack Leverkusen. We do good against three at the back. I think you will beat them. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if you guys don't. I think very easy for you guys. Um, all right. Okay. Let's see. Now, you're acting like Chelsea and about to bounce back and show these mugs who the real London Kings are. Okay, that's the AI that's policing the chat is going saying whatever comes to mind. It won't be easy. I've said that already. It won't. It will not be easy. But here's one thing that gives me hope: the fact that they are. I think it'd be accurate to say they'll be looking forward to playing us because yeah, they have revenge in mind, driven by the you could say by the possibility of them getting one over us. I think that's an added pressure, in my opinion. Yeah, plus the fact, yeah, they're playing a very good. For me, I think we're a very good side. That plus the fact that yeah, we mopped the Stadium Cup with them in a cup final. For me, added pressure. Yeah, I think I think that makes a difference. But let's see how it pans out on the day. As I've said, the moment the man in the middle blows the whistle, everything becomes fluid. And football is played over 90 minutes plus added time, cannot be played on paper. Numbers will tell you one thing, but yeah, because the game becomes fluid once it starts, the outcome could end up becoming something you didn't expect. You don't expect. You beat them 3-0, but now I mean, you never know. Okay, bye. Talk to you later. See you next time. Arsenal winners 100%. You don't know. You don't know that. But at least, yeah, the most likely outcome, Arsenal beating Leverkusen and yeah, going through to the quarterfinals. Most likely, not certainly. And Khan says we will have to be really better than what we were in the Club World Cup final, as PSG would have learned their lesson and ensure similar mistakes are not repeated. Enrique is an elite manager. Here's the thing. I don't know what they do differently. They still play the same way. Maybe and let's see what happens. I'll wait. Yeah, but Shay Wendy, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. It's still 5:39 a.m. CST for me. Anything else? Chelsea now is trash. No, what's the difference? The Chelsea that played PSG in that Club World Cup final have we lost? Nicholas Jackson didn't play. They did play. Even if he played, didn't play that much of a role on the day. We still Levi Cowell played, yeah, but he's currently out injured. We still have Did we lose any players that played on the day? That yeah, and was I don't. So I don't know why all of a sudden Chelsea are trash. But yeah, you're entitled to your opinion anyway. Now I'll leave you to it. Um, if PSG beat Chelsea next round, Galatasaray or Liverpool, their next opponent, okay. Arsenal will be knocked out. I don't see Leverkusen knocking Arsenal out. But that's just an opinion. That's not me saying certainly that yeah, definitely Arsenal are getting knocked out. No, nothing scientific about that. That's driven purely by my yeah, that's purely opinion driven. I think Arsenal will win. Yeah, definitely. Mod Mana, okay. Smash the like button, people, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Currently, how many likes do we have? Let me see. Uh, yeah, it's been a bit slow. Let me see how many likes we have. What's going on here? Dang it. Okay, 20 likes, not bad. And we still have 76 people following the show on YouTube. If half of you like the video, we'll have at least 35 likes. So please, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I've talked about why I didn't want us to draw Newcastle United. For me, they'd be a much tougher opposition than PSG. Chelsea PSG match crazy, and Real Madrid City match crazy, and another match there. Any other one? No, yeah, the other ones you could say. I'd say I know a lot of people probably, given the fact that Barcelona is a much bigger club, uh, is a bigger club than Newcastle United. A lot of people probably will think that Barcelona are definitely going to knock out Newcastle United. I think the opposite would be the case, but that's my opinion anyway. Nothing scientific about that. I'm just going by purely on how both teams play, purely on the approach of the respective managers of Barcelona and Newcastle. Bayern, yeah, Atalanta is a meal for them. Whoosh. Anyway, let's see. What else do we have here? It says Arsenal is vulnerable when a team brings the game to them. I am quite optimistic despite the recent draws that what's going to happen. You're quite optimistic that Leverkusen will knock them out. I don't see that happening. But that again, you've expressed your opinion, and I've expressed my counter opinion. Uh, yeah, I don't. No, I don't see that happening. I think Arsenal will knock them out comfortably. Really, I don't think it'd be even close. But then again, that's my opinion, and I'm that's my opinion. No, but I thought maybe you're saying going by that logic that yeah, Leverkusen will maybe knock them out. Okay, but thank you for explaining. And let's see, Lijalo 9686. Sorry if I butchered your name. So Chelsea has a difficult run of games. Let's hope Rosenior can prove he can get the team running you say yeah, doing well against the big guns that will give fans confidence. He's yet to prove himself in a big game. I mean, that's accurate, but I think he's capable. Quarterfinals of Bayern and Real Madrid match. Best game. I think that'd be the game of the season, in my opinion. So let's hear you. What do you make of Chelsea, the draw, Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea? Let's hear your thoughts. And we still have 72 people following the show. And if half of you like the video, we'll have at least 35 likes. So if you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And in the back end, we already have 2,166 views, even though, yeah, We haven't actually streamed in a while, so I appreciate you all. 23 likes, not bad. We take that. Give me a second here. I wanted to check something. What was it exactly? Uh, so we already know the opponent. I wanted to check something. So your thoughts on the draw, and your prediction. You can stick with just the Chelsea game, or you can give us your prediction for all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 games. It'd be interesting to see, your predictions. Let's see, what else do we have? I wanted to check something here quickly. Football. 23 likes, people. We can do a lot better than that. If you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So, interesting game. One Premier League game today. Wolves versus Aston Villa. I hope Villa drop points, but I don't see that happening. But you never know. You never know. Football is crazy. Dang it. This Bordeaux side, they're the real giant slayers. Mike Wald. Jesus Christ. They beat Inter Milan 2-1 away, and they're home tough. They beat Inter Milan 3-1. They beat Atletico 2-1 on their carpet. Jesus Christ. Then beat Man City 3-1. So there's no way. I don't think this is I don't think any of the results the results, brilliant results so far for them in the Champions League. For me, I don't think it'd be none of them. They won by accident. When they won by luck. All deserved wins. Look at the teams they've beaten. Jesus Christ. Wow, they deserve some they deserve huge, huge respect. Inter Milan 2-1 away, 3-1 at home, 2-1 against Atleti away, 3-1 against Manchester City at home. That's just a few, and I just don't want to expand them because they played more games. Wow. All right, what else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Your opinion. So we're gonna go news hunting. I think we're all caught up, except if you have if you have anything to say, how you see the draw, whether you think Chelsea will overcome Paris Saint-Germain to make it to the quarterfinals. Let's hear you. We want to hear your opinion. So let's go news hunting there. And news hunting, which, of course, will include people's opinion on the draw. Give me a second here. Vince Vic, two of my brothers that I usually mix up their names. Oladipupo Mesole Ekugbadu Jude. Good morning to you too, bro. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation. And you know how to trigger the command to get people to go check out your YouTube channel. And sorry, there was a mix-up. I was talking about our coming match against Arsenal, Chelsea's coming match against Arsenal. Yeah, I think we will approach that game differently. Unlike that cup tie, the second leg where we were cautious. We were cautious because we had to overcome. We had to work within. Again, the priority of the day must be definitely was for the manager to overcome a goal deficit, and also score more to win on the day. So we didn't want to go into it with the scattergun approach, risking conceding early on in the game. That would have been the game would have been over 15 minutes into it. So the manager employed a very cautious approach. A lot of Chelsea fans didn't like that, but I would have done the same. We were beaten, you could say, on the break, but it doesn't really matter. I think the point I'm trying to make is I think we'll approach the game differently. We'll be more attacking on the day, which will make it a lot difficult for Arsenal. And like you said, yeah, when you go at them, they struggle. They're not all that, really, which is why they're currently not running away with the league. And I think it was when I told people, I don't think we told people here that yeah, we don't think Arsenal they're all that. It was that draw against, I think it was the draw against Sunderland that they could have lost. Actually, they were lucky to have gotten away with a draw on the day. So yeah, let's hear. I'm on Vince's timeline, my bro. I trust him. Very very objective, hardly ever sentimental. But of course, he's human. Sometimes you do see sentimental presentations on his timeline, for lack of a more relatable or language there. PSG deserve their match. I think, yeah. I don't know from their perspective whether they really wanted to be drawn against us, but rumors are they wanted to be drawn against us. But I did see an interview where Luis Enrique said something to the effect of whether Chelsea, I think he's whether Chelsea or Newcastle, something like that, with the Chelsea or what other team actually that yeah that both are great teams, quote unquote great teams. I think he did say something like that too. That he knows what again, suggesting that yeah he'd be prepared to face them. Chelsea to face PSG in the Champions League. Yeah, we know that. For me, added pressure for them because yeah they for them it's more like an opportunity to get a revenge over us. And I think for me they're still a very young side. For me, an added pressure. So some nonsense here. I think we have about 8 minutes before the end of the show. I have to go help my boys get ready for school, and then and I again as soon as we get a producer on board, we'll start streaming on daily basis, and also with something we're also working and releasing short videos on a daily basis. But I just cannot do everything on my own. So Chris Sutton, is it Sutton? How do you pronounce that? Correct me if I'm butchering his last name. Says Chelsea can cause Arsenal a few problems because they have got players who can hurt anyone. But at the other end, I don't see Liam Rosenier's side keeping a clean sheet. I like the way Arsenal responded to their setback against Wolves by battering Spurs. We're not Spurs. We're not Tottenham, if that's what you're saying. I'm not saying that definitely we're going to beat Arsenal, but I just want to make it clear we're not Tottenham. If Arsenal's win against, you could tell within the first 3 minutes that Arsenal that yeah they're definitely gonna batter them. They were everywhere. They had some of their most important players missing. The Argentine suspended for that red card. There's also was the other guy missing, an important defender. Also, Kudus wasn't on the pitch. Also, for me, no, they you don't. We're not Chelsea. Chelsea are not Chelsea are not Tottenham. We're not Tottenham, so I don't know. But if you feel like again, if Arsenal's win against Tottenham drives your logic, uh, you're saying Chelsea Chelsea don't like them much either. But this is going to end up with the same result prediction 2-0. He thinks Arsenal is going to beat Chelsea 2-0. I don't think so. I'm just going to go by Chelsea will score, Arsenal will score. And I think the worst Chelsea will get from that game will be a draw. But yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. And unfortunately, yeah, I don't know why you think Chelsea. We're not Spurs. I don't. They're not going to be able to beat us the way they beat Tottenham. If they come at us the way, if they took the sort of risk they took against Tottenham, I think we will end up beating them. I'm just gonna pretend I don't see your comment. David Luiz, everyone in Brazil wants to be here at Chelsea. What's up with all of a sudden all love coming for Chelsea coming from David Luiz? When he joined Arsenal, he was a different person altogether. That's by the way, Coachila, you were going on about Rosenior winning the UEFA Champions League. Is the feeling still the same after the draw? Yeah, it's still the same. It is still the same. It hasn't changed. Nothing. Not listen. I'm gonna say this. Nothing scientific about that prediction. I think it's just a belief. But yeah, it's still the same. Our squad had the we our squad hasn't changed much. Educate me if it has, and I don't know. So of course you want to put me on the spot. Okay, you win. So when Rooney says when Rooney backs Chelsea to win the Champions League round of 16 tie against Newcastle or PSG, but predicts an exit in the quarterfinal. I'm gonna say if we beat them, if we get to the quarterfinals, we're definitely winning it. And I think we can. For reasons I've explained. Again, that's my opinion anyway. I think we can. But okay. Rooney says we can. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? We have about 4 minutes before the end of the game. 27 likes, still 63 people, 52 people following the show. It was 60, it was 70, it was 80 plus. So if you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And again, huge announcement soon. We're working to bring on a producer to lessen the workload on me because yeah, we've been running solo, which will make it a lot easier for us to stream consistently on a daily basis. We can, but even at that, even currently we can, but even at that, man is not a machine, man is human. That man doesn't want to burn out. Plus, I still have my boys, none of which are of the age to bake by themselves, get ready. My boys and my daughter, actually. 4 kids, that's not easy. None of which, again, is of the age to be able to uh, uh, brush effectively by themselves, bathe and get ready for school. So every day I still have that to do. Yeah, my wife also has all. She helps. We share the responsibility, but it's still not easy. All right, what else do we have here? Strasbourg, who finished first in the Conference League regular season, will learn their opponent for the round of 16 this Friday, 2 p.m. Between Fiorentina and is it right Rijeka or Rijeka? Avoiding the Italian club would seem wise for several reasons. Fiorentina will be a much difficult side for them, but Rijeka, I don't know them. I think probably you can say common behavior by football fans. Once you don't know the name of the club, you assume they're not as good as some of the most popular teams. But look what Bordeaux, what they've done to some of the biggest names in European football in the league phase of the Champions League. Here's my bro here. My bro says, I'm not doing a got you. It's just hard to overcome PSG, then Liverpool, then Madrid, Bayern, or City. And we will have to finish in the top four. I mean, it's hard, but I'm happy you haven't said it's not possible. But in football, anything can happen. In 2021, when we last won the Champions League, I think a lot of people, had they been asked early on if we're capable of winning it, they'd say no. Even I remember, I think it was Nini, Blue Lions TV. He did a collaboration match preview recording with a Man City content creator. I think the content creator predicted 3-1 Man City or 2-0. Nobody gave us a chance. Uh, that's why this game it's beautiful, and that's why we have what's called the underdogs. And I think when people don't on the two occasions that we've won the competition, actually, not a lot of people gave us a chance because there were much better teams in the competition, going by what people knew before we get to play those teams. But I get your point, but we'll see. So 30 likes, and we still have 56 people following the show. Let me see if there's anything here that is worth addressing. Uh, this is not a bad idea, really. I read this before the show started, and I was like, this is not a bad idea. It's about environment. And this guy, he has a sort of mentality that defines a typical Chelsea player, or you could say a player that you say is Chelsea through and through. Marcel Desailly saying, I would actually recommend Darwin Núñez for Chelsea. He's a very good player, a smart player. He just needs the right environment to perform. Support, maybe. And I think Rosenior is capable of coaching him into putting away those sort of chances that he misses. Because his biggest problem at Darwin Núñez' biggest issue at Liverpool was the sort of chances he missed. But he's a fighter, really. He gets 150% plus, but I don't think we'll be able to afford him salary wise. And Vic says, okay, I will say it to make it easier for you. We're not winning the Champions League. I'm sorry, Coachila. That's you flip-flopping, and you're entitled to say that. It's your opinion. I'd say, listen, I'm going to phrase it this way. I think we can. I'm not saying certainly we're going to win it, but I'm saying we can. Will we? That's a question for the players and the managers to answer on the pitch. I think we can, really. Yeah, I think we can. Who would have thought, again, did you be honest with me? And you probably didn't believe we were capable of beating PSG in the Club World Cup final. And it wasn't luck. We were the better side on the day. Could have scored 5 goals. The lab got 2 opportunities to make it 5-0. But yeah, you could argue he wasn't lucky. The language is becoming stronger and stronger. You're using a much stronger language every time I refuse to. I find a way to navigate. You can say your opinion on whether we're capable of winning it or not. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens there. That would need us for me. I wouldn't mind, but here let them. Let Chelsea activate the buyback clause immediately and bring back Diego Morella. And I'm just happy we didn't sell him. For me, practically, I think we haven't sold him. I think we just had to find the reason why we moved him. The reason why we moved him on was that we just had to. We just had to, because there wasn't space for any more loans at the time. We had to sell him. I think that's just my opinion anyway. Correct me if that wasn't the case. We had to sell him, and we sold him for peanut. And yeah, with the buyback clause, which I believe probably not going to be a lot of money. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Any team can win a one-off game. It's a final. Does it really matter? We got to the final. It doesn't freaking matter whether it was a quarter-off game. What are you saying? You're trying to downplay that great win against PSG. I'm gonna stop respecting you if you do that. Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck. Okay. Testing a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna go through that. I don't think there's anything anything more interesting to read here. That's Andrea Santos. What did he say here? Andrea Santos, I'm playing with Esteval and João Pedro at Chelsea. I think this connection is amazing for us. Now I am here with Esteval and João. We talk a lot to work hard every day to keep our names in the history of Chelsea. We want to win. We want to joga bonito. Wow. All right. Chelsea sources are adamant they will not be forced into selling their biggest stars in the summer, insisting that there is no requirement for the club to trade Palmer and co to meet a regulatory threshold following UEFA's financial findings released today. Not much of an issue for me, and I'm not concerned really. But despite with that, I have to say we've come to the natural end of the show, and I want to say thank you to those of you, for finding the time to join the conversation, and for those of you who's taken, again, for each and every one of you that's taken a second to drop a like on the video, and to those of you, I think we've gained about how many? Around 20, around 20 subscribers. I really do appreciate that, and hopefully we will complete the hiring process of the producer and bring him in so he can help us make the scheduling and everything a lot easier. I want to say thank you to all of you. I appreciate you. Thank you to my bro, Road King TV, and nobody's scared of PSG. Say it. Be loud. Yeah, I agree with you. And Vic says it's a one-off game. I am not downplaying it. It's just the way football works. You're downplaying it. If you're saying, that because you're suggesting that anything could have happened on the day, it could have gone either way. That's what you're saying, which means you don't respect the win against PSG. 3-0 win. It could have been 5 on the day had the lab been lucky enough, to find the back of the net. Those 2 opportunities he had. One was a brilliant save by Donnarumma and all that. But thank you, Road King TV. And who else was here? Khan, thank you for finding the time to join the conversation. And I can't. Is that Elijah? Is Elijah? Thank you for joining. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. And my bro, Jude Oladipo Masola, I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation. Who else was here? And let's see. Up Big, my bro, the coolest chest there, big. Ooh. Let's see, anything else? Chelsea to beat PSG. I mean, it's very possible. We'll do a show later in the evening to discuss the outcome. Yes, Bayern and City will beat us if the final were 2 legs. Okay. That is still you downplaying the win, irrespective of how. Since you said you use irrespective in the chat, I haven't stopped using that word. It's a word I'm familiar with, but I don't use it that often until you said it in the chat. So, but just go away. That was a massive win against the Champions League winners and the best team in Europe at the time. Yeah, exactly. Just to beat PSG. And with that, we've come to the end of this particular edition of the Blue Morning Show. Thank you to all of you. I cannot thank you enough. We're getting closer and closer to 30K subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. See you guys later in the evening. God bless us all and cheers.
The dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. The blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. The blue flag flying high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful